Hello TCG enthusiasts, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing, the series where I test a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck in a one-shot best 2 out of 3. Well, I've decided it's finally time we have to test the deck of the format, Kashtira. So, for today's Kashtira deck, I decided to take Luke Frangela's first place Kashtira build from the Knoxville, Tennessee regional in May. So let's see how well I do with this deck. So let's break it down. First, of course, we have the Ash Boss, and we have triple Dimension Shifter. We have triple Drone Lockbird because this is the card of the format. We have triple Kashtira Fenrir. So basically, if you control no monster, special summon this card, and you can use the following effects of Kashtira Fenrir. Once per turn during your main phase, you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. Most time will be going into probably Ogre or Unicorn, depending on what we need. Ogre, if you control no monster, special summon this card from your hand. You want to use the following effects. During the main phase, you can add one Kashtira trap from your deck to your hand. We have two Kashtira Rise Heart. If you control a Kashtira monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except XYZ monsters, which doesn't really matter because that's what we're going to be doing in this Kashtira deck. During your main phase, if this card is normal special summon, you can banish one Kashtira from monster from your deck, except Kashtira Rise Heart. Banish top 3 cards of your opponent's deck face down. And if you do banish any of this card's level becomes, so if you do, he becomes 7. But anyways, we'll be banishing, of course, Kashtira Big Bang off him. Unicorn enhances any Kashtira spell to our hand. We have the 2 Lava Golem, and finally we have Kashtira Scareclaw Kashtira. During your main phase quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish one Kashtira Scareclaw card from your hand or graveyard. That's it. For our spells, we have 2 Book of Moon. We have the Kashtira Birth, which is you can normal summon level 7 monsters without tributing. During the main phase, you can special summon one of your non-XYZ Kashtira monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. If your opponent activates a spell or trap card effect and you control a Kashtira monster, you can target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard, banish them face down. We have Kashtira Theosis. You can target one Kashtira monster you control, special summon one Kashtira monster with a different attribute from your deck in the 5th position. Also, for the rest of the turn, this card resolves. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except XYZ monsters. If this card is banished, you can target one your banished Kashtira monster except him and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. We have 2 Pot of Desires, 3 Pot of Prosperity. We have the Pressured Planet Race Off. When this card is activated, you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. Monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense for each different attribute on the field. If a Kashtira Shangara you control activates its effects except during damage step, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. You can only use the effects of Pressured Planet once per turn. We have the Terraforming, we have the Triple Tactics Thrust, and then we have the Kashtira Big Bang. If a Kashtira XYZ monster is on the field and a player controls 2 or more monsters, they must banish monsters they control face down, so they only control 1 monster. If this card is banished, you can target one Kashtira XYZ monster you control, add one of your Kashtira monsters attached to it to your hand. Then you can special summon that monster from your hand, which is really nice. Again, we want to send Big Bang off of Rise Heart, so we can do the Yonky Splinky. For the extra deck, we have the Baron de Fleur. We have Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. Once per turn, if you have exactly 5 Dark XYZ monster graveyard, you can also XYZ summon Dark Armed Dragon Annihilation by using 1 level 5 higher Dark Dragon monster you control. It's material, which we don't have. None of our things are dragons. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it, and then banish 1 card from your grave. This card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. We have the 2 Zeus, we have the Donner, we have the Gura, we have the Goliath, we have the triple Kashtira Rise Heart. Basically, once per turn, you can also XYZ summon Kashtira Rise Heart by using 1 Kashtira's monster you control if an effect of Kashtira Shingarai was successfully activated this turn, which is very nice. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished. Instead, once per chain, each time a card is banished, attach 1 banished card to this card's material. Once per turn quick effect, you can detach 3 materials from this card, then target 1 card on the field and banish it face down. The card itself right here, Kashtira 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒. 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒. I don't know how to say it. But anyways, if you don't know what this is the lock zone card that everyone hates to death. During each standby phase, you can special summon 1 Kashtira monster from your deck. Go and use the previous effect of Kashtira of him once per turn. Each time a card for your opponent owns and possesses is banished face down, which does come from the main deck as well, and extra deck, you can choose 1 unused main monster zone or spell trap card zone, not the field zone. It cannot be used while this monster is face up on the field. If this card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you detach 1 material instead. We have 2 of that. We have a big guy. We have number 98, which basically is once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, look at your opponent's extra deck, banish 1 monster from it face down, which then triggers the 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed a monster by battle, you can target 1 card your opponent's graveyard, banish it face down. If a card your opponent owns and possesses is banished face down while you control this card, except during the damage step, you can banish cards from top of your opponent's deck face down equal to either face down banished cards. You only use the effects of number 98. Diablos the Mind Hacker once per turn. And then of course we have the Mirage. For our side, we have triple Nightmare Corruptor Italy, which will bring in to go in through the Mirage, locking our opponent from special summoning anything, which protects us from the Biru. We have triple Dark Rule No More, again stopping monster effects. Feather Duster, we have 𝐒𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐒 Encore, which is a very interesting card. Target 1 face 𝐒𝐍𝐍 monster your opponent controls that has 𝐒𝐍𝐍 material. Detach all 𝐒𝐍𝐍 material from it, and if you do, return it to the extra deck. Then if there is a monster card in the graveyard among those detached 𝐒𝐍𝐍 material, special summon as many of those monsters as possible from the graveyard to your opponent's side of the field and face up defense position. Their levels cannot be reduced by 1. The levels are reduced by 1 on the field. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So this is very nice to spin back a lot of, possibly in the mirror match, of the 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒, so you don't have to deal with them. But then we have Anti-Spell Fragrance, again, protecting our 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒, and we have Trap Trickstar Reincarnation, which is very interesting to me for a side deck, but I guess if you just rip your opponent's hand multiple times over by also banishing half their deck alongside it, it's gonna hurt, especially with D-Shifter, because what you can do is you can D-Shifter, then Trickstar Reincarnation, so they have to banish all the cards from their hand. They don't even go to the graveyard. And then, yeah, so then they get to draw that many cards, which is fun. It's real fun. But anyways, we'll just be using it for the discard hand. We will never be grabbing a Trickstar monster with this card. But anyways, that is the deck profile. Let's jump into the game. Alright folks, so here we are. So with this deck, I think we want to be going first with it so we can set up, of course, the zone lock we want to do on our opponents. We took the lock here. Our opponent's taking their sweet time choosing. Alright, we took the first. Well, this isn't great by any means of the word, because Fenrir does not get us into much. Well, this is not going to be the best hand starting here. Activate effect. We are going to, because we really can't get the unicorn. Guess we'll just grab Rise Heart. Activate Rise Heart's effect. Trigger Rise Heart. Send the Big Bang. The problem is, though, is that didn't really do much for us here. I guess we'll just go to Mind Hacker. Yeah, I feel like we'll just go to Mind Hacker here. Detach. Ah, I see what we're playing. Old Brandy. Well, old Brandy is fun. Select a card to banish. Old Brandy is let's remove that. And yeah. We will end the turn. Well, at least we have the log going for old Brandy. Well, at least this will lock him instantly. Because once he's resolved... Oh no, he's summoned, right. This will be his search. Oh, this is all in his draw phase. That's annoying. Wow, that was all in his draw phase, by the way. Alright, we got the Gila Queen banishing the Tri Brigade. Mirror Courier. Mirror Courier is going to add. Alright, can't trigger Droll and Lockbird under D-Shifter. Totally forgot. Branded Fusion being triggered here. Lucky enough, like I said, we have the Lava Golem. The problem is I'm not exactly sure where we're going to take from a Lava Golem with no real major follow-up. Lubellion, the Scatfire Dragon. Again, we did banish the Lubellion, the other Lubellion. That's Albion, not Lubellion. I don't even know what he showed me. He showed me something. Can he kill me from this position? That's, no, he can't kill me. But he was close. If he had put the... I think, no, he has to put it in defense. Well, we did get another Fenrir. How nice of us. Get rid of those two. From a Golem of the Lava variety. Summon Fenrir. Fenrir effect. Alright, well, we had to successfully get a Shangri-La effect. So I guess we'll just go Rise Hard again. Go to Big Eye. Guess we'll banish Theosis effect. Get us Big Bang. We'd have to control a Kashtira monster to do this, so we'll just control the big Kashtira monster. See, monster summoned. Quatless is back. D-Shifter's back. He did trigger an effect, so we'll trigger Triple Tactics Thrust. We will set a... We'll add to hand the Terraforming. We will trigger Terraforming to get a Pressure Planet. Activate the Pressure Planet. We will add Unicorn, just to have Unicorn. Could we have gotten Scareclaw there? Because I'm not exactly sure if Scareclaw actually... Go to end phase. We will trigger Big Bang. Select the card to banish. Well, now he's got to banish. There's got only one card. Two more monsters they can banish. Monsters they face down, so they only control a singular monster. We will lock that zone. We'll activate Pressure Planet. Oh, I can't. Guess we'll move. Activate. Summon. Oh no, so it is a monster. Let's just special summon Ogre in defense. Wow, he's actually more attack. Can I not actually target this thing? Cannot be used as fusion material. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Okay. You know, sometimes if you read cards, kids, you'll learn that, you know, you can't target cards with, like, Pressured Planet and you target your own dude. Effects. Let's get out Unicorn. So we can actually start doing stuff here. Pressure Planets. Blow that up. Trigger. Okay. Well, we got the win somehow, and I swear that wasn't optimal. All right, so he's going to be making us go. He's going to go second. I know that for a fact. So let's see. We know he. The problem is he really doesn't do a lot of searching. I think the D shifter would still be better. Let's take out the Drolls for our good friend Mr. Dark Rule No More, and we'll take out a Pot of Prosperity for a Feather Duster. I think that's really it. Ash hurts this deck quite greatly because we can Ash the Fusion card. And again, like I said, we can D-shifter his field. And if we draw a Dark Ruler, we can stop anything from happening on his field. No monster effects can be triggered in response to Dark Ruler no more. All right, that's real nice. So in his draw phase, no, I could care less about the branded opening. What I'm going for is when he goes to branded Fusion. Because what you do is you allow them to go to the Lubellions and all of that. This card, no, special you can send one Fall of Alabaz or a card that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright. Magma Mutt. Well, we did see he does have the Bestials in his graveyard, in his extra deck, so we know for a fact they're there. Mercurier. I don't care about the Magma Hut. Magma Hut. Again, the Blaze, Kashtira, the Virtuous. How the heck you say that last word? Fusion deployment, sure. What card you gonna show me, son? What's he gonna show everyone? What fusion monster? Ah, that dragon. All right. Then summons the blazing onto the field, blazing effect. And of course it gets the fusion summon here, so it's gonna fusion summon the big dragon. The big dragon, if there's fusion summon, you can send one 6 or lower light or dark monster from your deck to the extra deck to the graveyard. If a monster special summoned by card effect, I'm going to stop that sending because I have a feeling I know what he's sending. If he's got branded fusion, he's got branded fusion. You know, sometimes you just hate it. They have the one card you want to Ash. Ah, you gotta love that. You gotta love that they have the one card you want to Ash. And I even said I was keeping Ash for branded fusion. I could care less about oh my gosh, they got a gimmick puppet, which means they can give it to me. Okay, Magma Hut. They passed the turn on that. They're not going to trigger Lubellion. Does this do anything else, like a quick effect? Well, this has a quick effect, this special summon. You can target one Fallen Alabaz, one monster. So, if this card is no special summon, you can send one Fallen Alabaz or one card that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. If card leaves the extra deck except during the damage, then you can target one Fallen Alabaz or one monster that mentions it from your graveyard except her, special summon it. And then this, if this card is fusion summon, you can again send the monster. If a monster is special summoned by your opponent's activated monster effects set during damage step, you can banish this card from the field of greatest special summon on Dogmatica. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just make sure they can't do anything. Yes, sir. Do feel free to respond as much as you want. I'm sure it's going to help you. Okay, that's actually really good for us. Unicorn. I don't know why we put Unicorn in defense, but alright. Hope this guy isn't trying. I mean, it's whatever's in his. Oh my gosh! Of course, he has the final Bestial. All right. Well, I mean, this Bestial isn't gonna do much for us. Theosius. What? Take to your hand. When this attack or if your opponent activates a monster effect. Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at their extra deck and banish a card. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's... I didn't want to get rid of that, but okay. Alright, well, this is really nice. Activate. Activate. Target. Summon Fenrir. Fenrir effect. Let's get the Ogre. Then we will activate Pressure Planet. Activate Pressure Planet. Get Rise Heart. Effect, let's go into Shangri-La. We will summon Rise Heart. Doesn't activate, sir. Its effects were negated. Fascinating how that works, huh? Activate Shangri-La. Chainlink 1, Shangri-La, or Shangri-La, or however you say it. Chainlink 2, Big Bang. Targeting. Let's spill out Fenrir. Summon Fenrir. Trigger the Pressure Planets. Let's blow up that. Yeah. Oh, right. He just gets his target on monster and specials. Guess we'll banish that. Right. That was a mess up. Oh, that was a mess up on my part, folks. Apologies. Guess we'll just make another one. 4-hour normal summon this. Oh my gosh, that's how you do it. Okay. Go to Rise of Heart. Summon Rise of Heart. I guess we'll trigger effect. Summon back Unicorn. We'll go to battle phase. Swing over. Yeah, I could have gotten more monsters. We're going to overlay that for myself. Kill this. Trigger effect. Let's grab the Big Bang. Trigger effect. Alright, I have to banish a card. Select to overlay. Let's overlay the Unicorn. Main phase 2. Yeah, I should have waited on that for him to have a card in hand. I'm thinking about it. There's no other point. Just go to end. Trigger effect. Let's get the Scareclaw out. We're not gonna trigger Pressure Planet. There's nothing to pop. Gold Sark. Sure. Trigger effect. Okay. Well, we won. So, I have no idea what I was doing at all in this deck. Again, this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing is. A lot of times I just bring in the deck rough. I did play like a hand or two of this. I don't think I optimally played this deck. And to everyone who's actually optimally played this deck, do let me know everything down in the comments of all the things I could have done differently playing this deck. I think if I had remembered that Druzel Worm does get to remove stuff, I would have left the Druzel Worm alone and pop something else. And then banish the Druzel Worm using Rise of Heart. So yeah, that was a misplay on my factor, forgetting what Druzel Worm does. But I definitely did not play this deck optimally. But then again, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing is for, testing decks. Well, I hope you enjoyed nonetheless my struggles of trying to figure out how Kashtira works. I know this deck isn't fun. We didn't really get to see what this deck does of just locking everyone's zones. I guess you can go look up other videos for that if you want to see this deck actually lock down the zones. But let me know down in the comments what you actually think of Kashtira in itself. Sure, this deck has weaknesses to Lava Golem, to Dark Rulers, to like Nibiru's. It doesn't have protection from that. deck does not have a lot of protection. So this deck will burn through its 5 special summons very quick, which means once by the end of your turn, no way you can lock on opponent's monster zones. The only thing you can do is if you want to protect yourself from the Biru is to lock all their monster zones, but even then you would have hit the 5 special summon limit way before you could lock all your opponent's 5 main monster zones. So be well aware of that. But overall, I think this is a good deck if someone piloted it much better than me, but I know people don't like it because it's kind of just boring to what it does. It's just lock my zone deck. And then it's like, I get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, nonetheless, very interesting. Well, do let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Kashtira, the deck of the format, and do let me know how horrible I played this deck. I'm just gonna love to read it all. Other than that, do make sure to also like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on another Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing.